Hi, Mr. Secor. My name's Max on behalf of Max News. I was just wondering if you could let us know a little bit about your campaign for Congress.
Sure, son. What would you like to know?
Well, Mr. Secor,
You don't need to call me Mr. Secor. Just call me sir.
Alright, sir. Well, why don't you just fill us in on your campaign and your positions?
Well, first off, I'd like to tell you that I'm in this race because the people in District 50 have not been represented in the last 4 years. Pentagon contractors have, but the people, the environment, businesses of this district have just been getting lip service. So I was compelled to run. Never run for office before, but I was compelled to run because the middle class is fast disappearing, son. And somebody needs to represent them, and my conscience is what told me that I had to be the one, since no one else was stepping forward. Now, you're probably wondering, why the hat? Is that right?
Yeah, what's up with that? It's East County. Why not a cowboy hat?
Excuse me? Son, did you ever see a movie called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? Ever?
No, sir. I don't think I have.
Well, you're too young. But in that movie, Butch Cassidy, when he was riding Catherine Ross around on the bicycle, and raindrops keep, which they're doing right now, raindrops keep falling on his head, he was wearing this hat. In fact, he was wearing a vest. So you don't get more Western than Butch Cassidy. Okay, that aside, I want to tell you a little bit about this sign.
Yeah, could you give us a little hint on what the man versus the machine is?
Well, I'm the man. In this graphic you see here, the man, Duncan Hunter, and the money that controls him. The people in this district are not being represented. Pentagon contractors, on the other hand, who use this district as their office space, are the ones who are calling the shots. This district will never reach what it could be as long as our money is being wasted on useless Pentagon contractor business. Ike Eisenhower, do you know who he is?
I think so.
Well, you should know because he was the President of the United States. He was also, this is back in the 50s, he was also the commanding general of the European forces during World War II. He said, every dollar uselessly spent on military mechanisms weakens our defense and thus our security. I am in this campaign for two primary reasons. One, get the money out of politics, because until we do, the people, the representatives in both parties, will always represent the people that are paying them instead of the people in the district.
How do you?
Another important thing, just a minute. Another important thing that is vital is jobs. Now, next to jobs, is this working? Next to jobs, I want to emphasize jobs. And then after that, I want to emphasize jobs. Now, what Mr. Hunter and his dad, who started a new super PAC to try and get more money to the Pentagon parasites are doing is wasting our precious Treasury dollars. We have to rebuild America, and we're not going to do it with wasteful Pentagon spending. Did you know, young man, Pentagon contractors have leased enough office space in Washington, D.C. and the suburbs of Maryland and Virginia that would be the equivalent of 3 new Pentagons.
Wow.
It's out of control. We need to rebuild America. We need to focus on priorities. Priority 1 is jobs. And the reason that you don't get jobs by wasting money on a military-industrial complex is very simple. It's called the multiplier effect. For every dollar, for every $1 billion you spend on the military-industrial complex, you get 8,000 jobs. For that same $1 billion, if you spend it on infrastructure in America, rebuilding America, it's 25,000 jobs.
Wow.
That's what we need to do, is rebuild this country. Mr. Hunter and his daddy with his new super PAC, they are hurting America. We need to switch the priorities to the people, to our businesses, to jobs, public education for our children. Until we do that, we will not be a great country. We will not be able to compete in the world, because the battles of the future are not military battles. These people are still back in World War II. We need to talk about the 21st century, where the battles will be economic battles. Economic. China knows this. China has one aircraft carrier they borrowed from the Russians that doesn't even work. The idea that we're under some incredible threat from them is bogus. The real threat, the real battle, will be economic. And we need to get started on doing that. That's why I and my campaign mobile, the 62 Volvo, will be going about to freeway off-ramps and wherever people are to advertise the fact that there is a new sheriff in town, that we, the people, are going to have our representative in Congress, and the Pentagon is just going to have to find another one. What do you think about that?
I think that's great, sir. I think you have my vote.
I better have your vote. You are registered.
Yes, sir.
All right. June 5th, do it. Let's get this thing started. I gotta get back to work.
Thank you very much, sir.
You bet.